Lakers win, and for the first time since 2020, the Lakers are in the playoffs. We will all be chilling, stress-free during the play-in tournament. They are 1 win away from securing the 3 seed and having home court advantage for the first time since 2012 in the playoffs. But tonight is about Luka Doncic returning to Dallas for the first time, the place that he called home, the only place he thought he would ever play in the NBA, traded to the Lakers in February, an emotional return, a tearful tribute to Luka before the game. And how did he respond? With 14 in the first quarter, 17 in the second for 31.5, James. He ended up with 45 points. And what a scene there at the end with the crowd chanting for him, his teammates mobbing him. Pretty special night.
Yeah, I mean, look, no place like home. And it feels like Luka went back home to Dallas where he spent 7 years. And I'm kind of glad this is behind him now. I know that it was a big emotional trade. He played the game in Los Angeles against Dallas, and then going home. It felt like they were presenting championship rings. But he was poised when the game started, and boy, he carried them completely. In the first half, and then came back after Dallas kind of made their comeback, and then took over again and closed them out.
All right, there's LeBron James, who had an incredible second half. He ended up with 27 points. But, Rob, Prez, I want to get you guys in on Luka Doncic and this return and just how he performed, especially in that first half. Rob, with everything going on, it just says a lot about that young man.
It says a lot about how he's able to control his emotions. You saw him hitting himself in the head, like, get it out. It's to play a game. And for me, I was really impressed how he came out and controlled the game.
This one, I think, took the cake for the most emotional response ever. This really hit Luka hard. And then he went out and drilled him by getting close to 50. That was an incredible performance by him.
This one was so much different because he wasn't leaving in free agency after 9 years. This was him being traded at the prime. And, just right there, the team around him, the crowd chanting Luka Boombaye. They're doing the whole Muhammad Ali thing. That was awesome. Let's hear from JJ Redick. He's speaking with Mike in the media.
JJ, I know you said before the game that the message was, kind of, we've got your back, Luka. But how impressed were you with how he played throughout the night and kind of what he was able to accomplish?
Let me start by saying the moment with the tribute video and him sitting by himself and getting to actually live that and live in the moment and allowing himself to be vulnerable and his teammates supporting. Some of his teammates got emotional. Some of the coaches got emotional. It was a beautiful moment. I thought the video was great, but I think just his ability to then go perform, lights turn on. He's teary-eyed still as we walk out on the court for the tip ball. To have the emotional resolve to then go put on that kind of performance, it's superhuman. And I think all his teammates know that too, because I think all his teammates can empathize with what he just went through over the last couple months. And maybe some anticipation, maybe some dread, but certainly a ton of emotions about tonight. And then he went and did that. It's big time. And, he led us. I thought LeBron in the second half, the amount of energy that he expended on the second night of a back-to-back on both ends of the court. Teach tape stuff. He led our defense again. We challenged the guys at halftime. And I had a 40-point second half. We had a small little blip there to start the fourth quarter. But our guys certainly had Luka's back, and he had his teammates back for sure.
Just to follow up on Luka, you as a former teammate, and then you spent years watching him. He's known to rise to big moments, I suppose it's fair to say, but to be able to do it on top of the emotional setting, is that kind of a different level?
Yeah, I thought he was going to get 50. I was disappointed.
So he let you down. Obviously, there was a lot of benefits probably for Luka moving on from this, having this, being able to put this behind him. But I'm curious though about what you feel like. You mentioned kind of his teammates being able to live that moment with him. When he came off the court, I don't know if you noticed it in the fourth, the embraces he got, particularly the one he got from LeBron as he walked off the court in the fourth quarter. Like, what can this do for your group as you guys are going to, you're a couple games away from like really getting tested in ways that, teams that are put together this quickly, haven't always done very well with?
It can bring you together. It can bring you closer. You never know. NBA is a fickle thing. Greg and I were talking as that moment was happening, both kind of fighting back some emotions. And, Greg said to me, this is going to be awesome for our group to go through this with him and for him to go through this with them. Does that mean we're going to win an NBA championship or get to the conference? I don't know, but it was an awesome moment for everyone.
When he started rolling in the first quarter, hits the three in front of your guys' bench, tacked on a couple more threes that quarter. What was the feeling? Was there like a palpable kind of momentum? And did you feel in Luke at all an ease or any sort of comfort having gotten over the initial wave of what the night was going to be about and then getting into the basketball?
Yeah, I thought making some early shots, not getting off to a slow start, and then all of a sudden having to press later. It just he got into the rhythm early, and outside of that stretch in the second half where they were double teaming him, he never really lost that rhythm and just made the right decision and was able to score versus nearly every coverage.
To the team perspective, you've spoken about the goal was to make the playoffs outright, avoid the play-in. I know you guys still have more work to do, but you guaranteed that for yourselves. Your first time experiencing that as a coach, just how does it feel, and what you guys told the group from that standpoint post-game? If you're able to address it after the emotion.
We did.
Tonight.
I mean, we there's a few things that we talked about as a group, but we were told we were in.
Oh, no, I was.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think it's an accomplishment. Truthfully, it is. If you look at the Western Conference this year, it's an accomplishment to be in the playoffs. We want the third seed, and we have two more cracks to guarantee that spot. For me as a coach, I don't know. I'm thinking about the third seed, to be honest with you.